One Piece was coming out the 31st of August. Till the worst outcome happens, which is everybody hates it and we're not doing another run of these. We had two options. Fly to a remote place in the world, or there was the option of fly into the eye of the storm, face things head on. So I texted the group on WhatsApp. I was like, how about we all go to Japan?
Still struggling to believe this is real.
The actors' strikes were happening. One Piece was coming out the 31st of August. We could not go to our own premiere. We really didn't know how it was gonna go. I was really scared. The way I saw it, we had two options. Fly to a remote place in the world, come out a month later and check how it went. Or there was the option of fly into the eye of the storm, face things head on. I mean, that version does sound like the more poetic one, doesn't it? So I texted the group on WhatsApp. I was like, how about we all go to Japan and whatever happens, we're together for it. We talk about it, suddenly we're all on planes going to Japan. FaceTime my dad to show him the first one that I found.
I'm still struggling to believe this is real.
Dude, I'm so scared. With no plan on what I'm gonna do there, with an outcome I have no control over and no way to predict. Till the worst outcome happens, which is everybody hates it and we're not doing another run of these. What would my behavior be if we were guaranteed another one of these? If we were guaranteed another shot? I would keep learning new ways to fight. I'd keep learning new ways to cook. How about we get in the ring with some sumo wrestlers and learn how to make some sushi? This is the equivalent, like these sumo wrestlers were not any sumo wrestlers. These were the Premier League, football, NFL. This was the equivalent of getting to go see David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo practice. And I was in there front row with a bunch of reporters watching these sumo wrestlers collide. I wanted to get in there, bro. And I asked the head coach, who's a big deal, can I get in there? He was like, no. I was like, please? He was like, no. How about no? So I sit there quietly, waiting for my moment. Eventually, one of the sumo wrestlers recognizes me. He looks at me. I'm like, he's like, I look at the head coach. Head coach just rolls his eyes. So I jump onto the ring and I start practicing with the sumo wrestler. I'm stretching with them. I'm doing the sumo pose. And then at the end of the training, I couldn't help myself. Couldn't fucking help myself. I went to the biggest dude. He's this big. I'm this big. And I'm like, can we do one? Can we wrestle? And he's like, okay. So we get into the ring and dude, I just start wrestling every single sumo wrestler. When they wrestle, it looks like this. When I was wrestling them, it looked like this. Then they invited me back to eat with them after. You'd think that sumo wrestlers eat like powerlifters, just cheeseburgers, fries, and obscene amounts of food. They don't. They eat real clean. It was white rice, sushi, they had a stew going, they had some fermented tofu, a lot of protein. They definitely did eat like more bowls of rice than me. But it wasn't to the level where I was like, wow, this is an insane amount of food. If I was really hungry, I could eat a sumo wrestler-sized meal. Later that day, I met up with some of the guys that just landed. And one thing that I also had on my list to do, I had set myself the goal when I first started training that I was gonna be a black belt by the time the show aired. I was an unreasonable goal. Everybody told me I couldn't achieve it. But from the point I started training to the point the show was about to come out, it was probably like 2 years. Nobody gets a black belt in 2 years. I had fought and trained my ass off. I ended up grading for my black belt 4 days before the show came out. So when I came to Japan, I had a recently minted black belt in my hand and I wanted to do two things with it. I wanted to wrap it around Sanji's waist and I wanted Oda to sign it. So I went to the One Piece store and I wrapped that belt around his waist and I took a picture with him. But I had this vision in my head of doing that one day, of getting my black belt before the show aired and wrapping it around Sanji's waist in the One Piece store.
Oh, yeah, and I almost forgot. I trained with Hwarang.
The guy that Hwarang was based on lives in Japan, has his own taekwondo gym. So when I got there, everyone was black belting. I was like, oh damn, wait, I'm supposed to be just as good as them. But it was cool. It was a sick little side quest. Can't say much about meeting Oda. I wanna respect Oda's privacy. All I will say is he's the loveliest man. That to me completed the loop. Whether the show continued or died, that was gonna complete the loop for me.
Me happy meal.
Happy meal.
It's a little bit difficult to try and narrow down what you want to try food-wise in Japan because it's just so much. So you kind of just have to like put your finger on the map and go try that spot. One thing that I found really interesting was how every place was a specialist. You want some tempura, you go to a tempura place. You want some nigiri, you go to a nigiri place. Everybody is specialized at doing their absolute best version of one thing.
Oh, you can hear it! You can hear it! It's an audible experience!
Even getting food at a train station, mini market, is like better than most sushi you will get anywhere else in the world. The rice balls, straight out of a Pokemon scene. This was a 22 karat gold encrusted cake that tasted like somebody had sugar-coated a cloud from the sky and fed me it.
It's gold.
Edible gold? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can put it in your pocket if you want.
Yeah.
Go-karting around the city, if you ever go to Japan, you have to try that. You get to go on the literal highway on go-karts, dressed as an anime character of your choice. We all chose chocolate. We were having so much fun. We went to learn kendo. Another friend of ours took us to meet this kendo family in the middle of rural Japan, where the grandmother of the family was the teacher and proceeded to give us our own kendo swords, our own kendo gis, and taught us how to fight kendo. After which, they took us back into their home, their traditional home, where on our knees, quintessential, iconic Japanese table, they fed us local yakitori, local homemade yakitori, and cucumbers with a miso dip. To this day, one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. We were having so much fun in Japan, I'd almost forgotten about the fact that I was anxious about the show coming out. We met the voice actors.
I'm gonna find the whole blue.
The night the show was about to come out, we all gather, and man like McKenyu arranged a special tuna for us, where some dude with a massive sword came and cut up a full-ass tuna. Now that thing looked like a fucking dinosaur. It was huge. He just hacked it up and sliced these perfect sashimi cuts. When the show actually dropped, we were, Jacob and Iñaki and I, we were on the street somewhere in Japan looking at toys. And then we got in a taxi and started watching YouTuber reaction. At some point, all the YouTuber on live streams started saying the same thing, that it crashed.
Yo! Are you the guy who crashed the server?
Are you the guy who crashed the server?
Yo, are you the guy who crashed the server?
I think he might be the guy who crashed the server.
I wasn't driving.
We crashed the servers. We crashed the servers. And dancing in the back of the taxi, which was not amusing to the taxi driver at all. There's nothing short of a dream come true. Thank you to everyone who watched the show. I really appreciate it. I really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. Thank you.